had a couple letters to give to you.
Hold on a second. Let's get, is this Miss French? Got a sentencing on Christopher Davis. You want to throw your Christopher Davis?
He did want me to request a possible.
Hold on a second until she gets up here for, look at this. Sorry.
Did you get that rejection on it? I did forward it to you.
Oh, yeah, it'll be here in a second, I'm sure. All right, okay, yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, Mr. Davis wanted me to request, if this could be continued to a later date due to him visiting MD Anderson. There was a CT scan performed where they saw some abnormalities. They have requested that he do a follow-up, visit within the next, I'm assuming, few weeks with Dr. Rajman. And so due to that, we are requesting if this could be continued, one more time for him to, I guess, get some answers as to if there is actually a diagnosis.
I really would rather go ahead and go forward. I don't, well, I'm going to obviously give Ms. French an opportunity to make argument, even though there's some long criminal history. It is old and it looks like, are you on a deferred probation in Kenny County right now? And so it looks like he's been on that probation. And this offense actually happened before that one. And so me sending him on a state jail felony to state jail at this point doesn't really make sense. Just based on the nature of how old this case is and the fact that he's already been on a felony probation that out of another county that he's been doing satisfactorily. It looks like there's no motion to revoke that probation or anything like that.
And I believe he's doing courtesy supervision here.
Okay, so I honestly, based on that, and Ms. French, do you have serious issue with that position?
I don't, Your Honor. He took responsibility and was cooperative.
I have a star next to that. It's very rare. From the very beginning, took full responsibility
And even while he has been revoked so many times, as the court stated, these are old cases, and I would defer to the court as to a sentence on this case, particularly given these circumstances.
All right. So, any of the objection then to going forward with sentencing?
No,
Then Mr. Davis, at this time in clause number 25, DCCR 0010, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. I'm going to, well, I guess let me go back up. I have reviewed that pre-sentence report, obviously, from my statements. Y'all both have that report, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And any additions or corrections or objections to that report?
No, Your Honor.
And I did receive this as well. Ms. French, if you wanted to take a look at that, it's just a letter from the defendant, his mother, and then some medical documentation as well. Any reason then not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So again, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty previously, freely, and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and I am at this time going to find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of theft of property. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 2 years in the state jail, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 5 years. I'm going to order a $500 fine and that you follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, then this is a great opportunity because you will be able to serve that 2-year sentence that I gave you while you're out on probation instead of in custody. The other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, your probation revoked, and you could be facing the 2-year sentence that I just gave you. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Ms. Holmes. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Thank you. And I'm going to let you keep that since I took a look at it.
Yes.
Too. And you have Takarian Gilbo, Ms. Holmes,
Yes, Sharon.
He will, Your Honor.
and we're going to count one only,
Yes,
correct?
Yes.
Mr. Valentino, in cause number 25, BCCR 0120, the state's elected to proceed on count one only. Just went away. Hold on. It alleges you committed the state jail felony offense of theft of material, aluminum, bronze, copper, or brass from April 7th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
It's not.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with?
It's
I have here on the tablets some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've reached with the district attorney that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement is for an 18-month term. Oh, y'all put county jail. That's state jail, right?
It's state jail, yes,
That's
ma'am.
right. In the state jail prison. And you would receive credit from the date of that arrest. We've talked already on the record that you were in custody in TDC from the time of this arrest. You were immediately transferred to TDC on another case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the clerk has done the calculation, and it looks like that would be 600. Is that a
55, yes, ma'am.
655 days that you would receive on your sentence. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
You do also understand, though, that you'll have to go into custody. That time will have to be calculated. Even if you have enough credit, then you would be released as soon as that's done. Do you understand? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Valentino is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
And so, Mr. Valentino, it's my understanding that we're talking with your attorney, that you need just a short amount of time so that you can go into custody. You weren't prepared for that today. What I'm willing to do is reset your case for sentencing till next week on Monday, and then you can come back and we'll sentence you on that date. Yes, sir.
Judge, and speaking with Mr. Valentino, as you know, he was recently released from prison. He was able to find a job. He is working now, taking care of a sick mother. He was asking if we can get 30 days just to make sure that stuff he doesn't lose all that stuff because he's going to have to go into custody. He'll be away for some amount of time after he does come back and get sentenced.
I'm not going to do 30 days. I think I understand that you've been in custody, but you also have some criminal history that gives me some concern. The most I'm willing to do is 2 weeks, Ms. Malfino. Any issue with that? All right, so I'm going to reset your case for 2 weeks. Now, there's some very important things about that, which a couple of things. Number 1, obviously, if you're arrested for anything between now and when you come back, I'm not going to accept this plea agreement. Things could be much worse. With your criminal history, this could be a TDC case. You could end up with more than 2, obviously more than 18 months in the state jail. Also, if you don't show up on that date, then the deal's off and there'll be a warrant for your arrest and you're looking at a lot more time. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
Right. State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Any evidence that Mr. Valentino is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent. Did I already say all this? It's been a long day.
Thank you.
I did, didn't I? I thought so. Started sounding familiar. All right, so what I'm going to do then is reset your case again. We don't need a pre-sentence report. And we'll just come back for sentencing in 2 weeks. All right? Okay, see you back then.
Thank you, Judge.
I started saying that, I was like, wait a minute, because if I get sidetracked saying anything different, then I forget what I said. Good morning. Are you Ty Carey and Gilbo? Excuse me. And this is 21-36753. Ms. Gilbo is charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, 2021.
Yeah.
What is the announcement?
If we could get one more reset, Your Honor, I have met with her. We have received an offer from the state. We just need to have some time to review and we'll be prepared to
Okay,
do something.
sure. I'm gonna do a normal, any issues?
No, Judge, and the other 2 co-defendants have been disposed of.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to reset your case about 30 days or so. Make sure you call, make an appointment, visit with Ms. Holmes before that next court date, okay? All right, y'all free to go.
Knock on wood. It's supposed to
All right, so are you Aaron Shetley? Again, and so Mr. Shetley, in cause number 24, DCCR 0776, you're charged with the 3rd-degree felony offense of assault, family violence by impeding breath or circulation from October 22nd of 2022. Well, what that means, sir, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have here a plea bargain rejection that you've signed that shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty in your case.
Just a part, Judge. I didn't put a term.
Okay.
We did.
Deferred probation. Okay, so for deferred probation, which is, I'm sure you've talked with your attorney, is a type of probation where you don't have a felony conviction on your record if you successfully complete it. You have every right to reject that offer and have your case set for trial. I just want to make sure you understand what the possible consequences are if you go to trial and what your options are if you wanted to plead guilty. And do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to reject that offer and have your case set for trial?
That's correct.
All right, we'll get it set for trial. Obviously, if something changes with any negotiation, y'all let me know as quickly as you can before trial. All right, thank you, sir. Stay in touch with us. Walker, he'll let you know when to come back. So we probably could legitimately do it from the date of all arrest. He never got out. Yeah. No, sorry. Good morning. Are you Aaron Shetley? I'm sorry, Terrell Coker. Hold on a second. Miss French on Terrell Coker.
I hadn't had a chance to visit with Ms. French. I've been next door. But I just want
I'll hold the case.
please, I'll come back.
Okay.
I want to talk to Ms. French.
All right, y'all go have a seat. Corey Richardson, Mr. Crenshaw, that's a set for a plea today.
Yeah, sure.
Are y'all doing the paperwork on that?
She was standing outside.
I think they called her name. I know they called her name.
Called her name?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
no, her name was called and I guess I can explain it to her in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, just
All right.
give me just a second. Need a sentencing on Timoteo Castaneda, please. Good morning, sir. Are you Timoteo Castaneda? And Mr. Castaneda was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to indecency with a child by sexual contact. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor, no additions or corrections.
Same Penn State, Your Honor.
All right, any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
No.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 10 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That will include being on the sex offender caseload and following through with any required treatment. They will also do a substance abuse assessment to see if there's any treatment needed for that. Whether you think you need it or not, if they say there's treatment needed, you will be ordered to follow through with any recommendations. You're also to abstain from the use of all intoxicating substances, including alcohol. If there's any issues with your ability to do that, talk to probation and they'll get you the help that you need. Finally, in addition to the other regular conditions, you will have no contact at all with Saul Villalobos. That's obviously in person. That's through any other means. You can't send messages, electronic contact, anything like that. If you do everything that you're supposed to correctly on your probation, then this is a great opportunity because at the end of your probation, the case will actually be dismissed and you won't have the felony conviction on your record. The other side of that, however, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court and you could be found guilty and facing a sentence anywhere in the range of punishment, which is between 2 years and up to 20 years. Do you understand?
Yeah, it's fine.
You already signed and went over the sex offender registration requirements paperwork. It is very important that you keep up with that and make sure that you're registered appropriately at the right place, right time every year, okay? I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You just need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Let's, Janisha Jackson, Ms. French.
I'm signing it now, Your Honor. There was a glitch with the tablet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me, I'll hold that a minute because they'll have to do fingerprints and everything. Just have a seat. Watch for the clerk. She'll call you up in a minute. What about Autumn Payne? I'm ready on that one. Good morning. Are you Autumn Payne?
Yes, ma'am.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She did, Judge.
Ms. Payne, in cause number 25, DCCR 1142, you're charged with a state jail felony offense of criminal mischief from July 19th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? Speak up, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? So you can't change your mind if I follow the agreement.
Yes.
And it looks like the agreement is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine. There would be restitution ordered in the amount of $4,050, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, including having no contact or communication at all with Anrith Scott. Do you understand? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Payne is not competent?
Okay.
And based on the fact that it's a state jail and you have that restitution, is there any reason not to go forward with sentencing and waive that report?
Not at all, Judge. In fact, I was going to suggest that my records only show a 2021 arrest as a juvenile for UUMV, but other than that, no other criminal history.
All right, so Ms. Payne, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. I'm going to waive the pre-sentence report, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You are ordered to pay the $500 fine as well as restitution in the amount of $4,050, and to have obviously no contact or communication with Anrith Scott. If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, follow all of the rules and don't have any violations, pay that restitution, then this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. A felony conviction on your record would change your life very negatively in lots of ways. And so this is a great opportunity. The other side of that opportunity, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, you can be found guilty, so you would become a convicted felon, and you could go to the state jail prison for anywhere between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand? Also, I want to make sure that the restitution is paid first before that fine. Right. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. And so if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, watch for probation to call you up to her desk. She's sitting right over there, and she's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thanks.
You have Jason Weinberg. Good morning. You're Jason Weinberg. Weinberg. Those are those type of gym pants is not appropriate for court.
He's a jump pad.
They're not?
Oh, they're slacks.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He does.
Find you. All right, Mr. Weinberg, in clause number 25, DCCR 1479, you're charged with a state jail felony offense of engaging in organized criminal activity, and that's from September 28th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? How do you plead to that charge? Guilty or not guilty? Sorry?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Do you fully understand?
Yes.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, which would include having no contact or no communication with Corbin Rayleigh. Is it Alan?
Should be
Aiden Dickinson and Jaden Chandler. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Weinberg's not competent?
No objection.
I think just based on the nature of this offense, I'd like to get a pre-sentence report just to see what potential conditions what might need, because based on the age and the nature of the offense. So, Mr. Weinberg, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right over there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you back at sentencing.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Are you Joshua Barlow? And this is a motion to revoke probation. It looks like Mr. Barlow's on probation for possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1. What is the announcement?
Judge, Mr. Barlow did retain me to represent him over in Harris County in regards to the new law violence over there. And also, honestly, if they're going to file new charges against the complainant. As well as, I think that will also give us a lot of insight into the technical violation of his residence at the time, because of the information that would have been given in transit over the video. So I'm just asking for a short time so we can listen to that.
And as far as everything going okay right now on probation? Okay. All right. So we'll just do a normal reset so you can get all that information, get it to Ms. Malfino, and then we'll see where we are on that next court date.
Judge, in light of the violation alleged in count 6, which is the positive UA on March 4th of 25 and April 8th of 25 for marijuana, he does not currently have a drug patch. I'm assuming from Officer Kitchens that he has no UA violations during the pendency.
I gave him a drug test 310 this month, anticipating this court appearance, and he tested negative.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, if there's any issues, just let me know, or we can get that drug patch ordered real quickly if we need to. All right.
And Judge, also, Mr. Barlow did let me know that he does have he sent me with confirmation. He has a job interview tomorrow at 10:30.
Okay.
So we just wanted to make sure you all have that, because he is, of course, on restrictions with the GPS monitoring.
Okay, just send that over in a memo if you would, so that I know, make sure you talk to probation so they know where you're going as well. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, sir, you're Corey Richardson. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Richardson, in cause number 25, DCCR 0249, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class A misdemeanor attempted solicitation of prostitution from November 21st of 2024, and how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And because you've done what they charged you with? Speak up.
Yes.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Crenshaw?
Yes.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
And it looks like the agreement is for a 2-year deferred probation. Is there a fine?
I believe there is a $500 fine.
I mean, it's technically it's up to the court, but I would think there would need to be a fine. If y'all want to agree to something, that's fine. If not, I would impose 500 for sure.
500's fine, Judge.
So there would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding of your agreement?
Yes.
And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Richardson is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily to the lesser offense of Class A misdemeanor attempted solicitation of prostitution. Find that you entered that plea freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement and defer all proceedings for a period of 2 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do all of that, this is an excellent opportunity because you don't have the conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation, if you're successful, the case will be dismissed. You'll never have the conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, and be sent to the Jefferson County Jail for 1 year. Do you understand?
Listen.
I'm handing you the trial court certification. This shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. She's at that desk right over there, so watch for her to put it in. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Last one.
All right, ma'am, you're Janisha Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She does.
So did we start something and then not do it? Last on the 2nd? Were we here March 2nd? I show that I have a revised indictment already.
I don't recall that.
Okay. See, I made a note on it. Oh, we must have been, that's when I made the change to the heading.
Yes. That's
Okay.
correct.
So, Ms. Jackson, in cause number 25 DCCR 0903, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of abandoning or endangering a child from May 26th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you
Yes,
with?
ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine. You would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And also, there's part of the agreement is that you would not request early termination from probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Jackson is not competent?
No.
Right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case. I'd like to get a pre-sentence report on it. That'll just give me more information about you and your case, and we'll come back later for sentencing. On your way out of the courtroom today, you need to stop and talk to probation. She's sitting at that desk right over there, and then we'll see you back at sentencing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Lewis. Good morning, ma'am. You're Candy Baraka.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Baraka, you had filed a petition for expunction. Sorry.
It's okay.
You had filed a petition for expunction in two cases.
Yes.
One was M241026, which was a failure to identify. And then the other was 23 CCCR 2497, which was a theft of property case. We called your case earlier but
Sorry, Your
we
Honor. I
came,
flew in from Los Angeles.
I'm sorry.
I flew in from Los Angeles.
Okay.
I
So
was in the hallway. Sorry.
So the state's position, and I already made an order in your case,
Yes.
and also the city of Beaumont was here as well, with the opposition. And the opposition by both of them is to the failure to identify case, which is, hold on, don't talk over me, which is M241026. They did not have opposition in the theft of property case. I have agreed and ordered the expunction in the theft case. However, because you pled guilty or no contest in the failure to identify case and received a probation, you're not eligible for an expunction in that case. If it was a deferred probation, you may have some rights to what's called a non-disclosure. If you finish a deferred probation, as long as there's not conviction, so you'll have to check into that. But and it's not quite as good, I guess, as an expunction, but
In the end, the courtroom fell completely silent. Judge Raquel West made one thing crystal clear: respect the court, follow the law, and take every warning seriously. One careless decision can change a life forever. This case wasn't just about punishment, it was about accountability, responsibility, and the consequences of repeated choices. What do you think? Was the judge's final warning fair, or was it too harsh? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this courtroom story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real courtroom moments.